People actually hate me because I am authentically myself no matter what. It genuinely annoys them to their core to see me just completely be myself because they know they can't do that. It's the same with, like, I literally just saw this video where someone was saying that how people hate that when loners like being alone, like when it's by choice. And it's like, yeah, because they're mad that we're able to spend time with ourselves for long periods of time and not feel the need to be around other people because we actually like ourselves. They get so mad when they see when people love themselves truly, like the way I love myself. Like, I'm a cool girl. I like hanging around myself, but I also love other people. Like,
it is better to be alone than to be accompanied by people that are going to hate on you, that are going to be bringing you negative energy and who don't want well for you. I would rather be sitting alone at a coffee shop by myself than just being with someone because I'm alone. I won't do it.
Let me tell you something nobody says out loud. People don't hate you because you're alone. They hate you because you're good alone.
Your biggest fear shouldn't be ending up alone and unmarried. It should be ending up next to someone who drains the life out of you and makes you feel so alone even when they're sitting right next to you. Your biggest fear should actually be living with someone who makes you dim your light just to validate their insecurities. Your biggest fear should be investing your expensive energy on someone who's consistently clipping away at your wings until you no longer have the ability to fly. Being alone is not scary. Being trapped next to someone who makes you feel unseen and unheard is terrifying. Unfortunately, too many women change themselves to fit a mold for the sake of getting married and making their parents happy. And all of that is done at the expense of their own happiness. Learn how to find fulfillment within yourself first so you can attract someone who loves your light and only wants to add to your own brightness, because you'll never pay a heavier price than marrying the wrong person.
I'm glad that my automatic response to the intrusive thought about how I have no friends and everybody hates me is to just further isolate myself. I'm like, fine, I don't need anyone anyway. I'll just be alone forever. Like, that's sure to help. Perfect.
There's a difference. See, being alone used to have a bad reputation. Like, if you were by yourself too much, people would look at you like you just failed a group project called life. Oh, you're by yourself? You okay? Yeah, I'm not stranded. I didn't miss the bus. I chose this.
Yeah, you're doing too much. You need to tone it down. Why are you always doing the most? If you hear this, it's because you're surrounded by people that are doing less. If you hear this from people, it's because you're surrounded by the wrong people, period. You will always have haters when you're surrounded by the wrong people that aren't doing the most. They're not doing much at all with their life. So the fact that you are really triggers people into that jealousy and envious attitude. People are always going to be jealous of people, especially if it's within their nature, within their character to be a jealous person. People will always be envious and jealous of somebody that is putting in a lot of effort, somebody that does a lot, somebody who is ambitious. So don't let that stop you. Surround yourself by people that get it, otherwise be alone.
I think it's so crazy how society almost ridicules and makes fun of people who can enjoy their company, especially for extended periods of time, right? They almost want to know what's wrong with that person, when in fact society does the opposite to people who cannot stay out of other people's faces. Right? They cannot be alone with themselves. They cannot be alone with their thoughts, right? They don't ever question the person who is the opposite of the person who enjoys their own company. They never question the person who is in a relationship every 2 weeks, right? They're never weird. But the person who can sit alone is always the weirdo, you know? And I find that so interesting. Like, why aren't you questioning the person who is codependent? Why is it a problem when people are independent, you know? And it irritates me. Like, we should be learning from the person who can enjoy their own company, not making them feel like something is wrong with them.
Reasons why people envy you. Number one, you're true you're authentic to yourself. You don't follow crowds. You don't follow trends. You don't follow what everybody else is doing. And you're okay with standing out. You're okay with sitting alone. You're okay with being yourself and not following everybody else. So this causes people, females, women, to look at you like, who does she think she is? And you may say or think, I am exactly who you think I am. And that's why.
That's what confuses people, the choice. Because a lot of folks aren't alone by choice. They're surrounded by people just to avoid meeting themselves. And you wake up, spend time with your own thoughts, maybe laugh at your own jokes, which, by the way, are elite, let's be honest, and you don't panic. That's rare. That's threatening. Because when someone sees you sitting in peace with yourself, it forces them to ask a question they've been avoiding.
Y'all, this is the comment right here. So I posted a video about accepting your singleness, and this person said it's jealousy, in my opinion. Some women wish they had the strength and self-love it takes to be alone. Oh my God, that is so true, because every time I've come in contact with other women be so focused on my aesthetic, like me being pretty, having a nice body. It's like, why are you single? Like, why you ain't got nobody? And it's like, y'all gotta understand, my confidence in who I am as a woman is not rooted in compliments. So shout out to the girl on TikTok that said that, because like, when you really think about it, if you love yourself in totality and you're not able to like get the man that you want, or a man that's not treating you the way you want to be treated, then you would rather just be alone. Cause it's like, it's not that serious. I'm not the type of woman that's willing to like settle or, you know, kind of be with a man that I know I really don't want just to say I got a man. Because that's what a lot of women be doing. Because I'm the type of woman, if I can't have all of you, I don't want none of you. Because there's a song by Tamar Braxton, it's called Pieces. And she was like, I don't want no pieces. If I can't have all of you, I don't want none of you. And that's just like how I feel. And I feel like who I am as a woman is enough. I don't need to be in the presence of a man in order for me to feel good about who I am and what I've done for myself in my own life that didn't involve no man. Because what I talked about in my original video is that I had to pull myself out of the lowest points in my life. It didn't have anything to do with no man. This was just me trying to, like, you know, strive as a young black girl, just trying to be successful and do what I can to put myself in position. And people trying to get in my way and stop me from being successful. That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about no man. Because at the end of the day, it's like, men come and go. Like, if you meet a man, he ain't really talking about shit, it don't last long. It don't never turn into a relationship. But at the end of the day, I can stand 10 toes down on who I am as a woman by myself. I don't need no co-star. I don't need no man to validate who I am. I would love to have a man in my life, but if a man not gonna come correct, I don't want a man at all. So I'm good, okay?
Some people don't like how you like to be alone, or how you just like to be in your little corner and like isolated. People don't like how isolated you are, or secluded you are, or like by yourself. I feel like people want to know more of you. People want to see more of you. People want to get to know you, and you're just like, no. You're just like, you don't gotta get to know me. You don't need to. Okay, I want to be by myself. That's how you are. And I feel like some people take that as an attack. Some people think it's like, okay, they don't like me, or he or she doesn't like me, or they don't want to be around me. And the whole time you're just like, bro, I'd like to be alone. You be peaceful. You be chilling. And people be trying to mess up your peace. So I understand why you want to be alone. And people are just like, this person doesn't like me. And you're just like, can I just be alone? Can I just be alone? And they're like, but why do you want to be? And they're like, bro, I can see the energetic connection. I can see the energetic communication.
When you actually know your worth, you don't kiss behind, you ain't following behind people, you ain't with the crowd, you can honestly stand 10 toes alone, baby, they don't respect you. They don't respect me. That's why a lot of people don't like me, because I will stand by myself, will stand alone, and don't care how anybody feels about it. One thing about it, I done showed up in rooms where people didn't like me. A whole crowd of people in a room didn't like me. Still showed up and still did what I wanted to do, because who stopped me from doing anything that I wanted to do? Nobody. Learn to stand on your own 2 feet. People gonna talk about you regardless, but it's about how you make it. You gonna keep living in fear because this and that person don't like you? It's always gonna be somebody that don't like you. Doesn't matter what you do. Don't ever let nobody stop you from living your life. You can't control how other people are. You can only control who you are. And 9 times out of 10, people don't even know why they don't like you. It could be because other people don't like you that they know. They cousin don't like you for whatever reason. Oh, that's my cousin, so I'm not going to like her either. It's always going to be somebody that's following the leader. It's always going to be that. And if y'all think about it, people that actually have like friends and stuff, half of the time they don't even be liking their friends. It just be people that need somebody to be with, need somebody to hang out with, need somebody to be in their corner, just say they have somebody. Because people don't know how to stand on their own. But I promise you, when you stand on your own, people are not going to like you. So get used to it. Because they see you as a leader, not a follower like how they are. And guess who ends up winning in the end? You.
Why can't I do that? And instead of answering it, they label you. Oh, they're antisocial. They think they're better. They're weird. No, you're just not dependent. Big difference. See, when you actually like yourself, you stop auditioning for approval. You're not clapping when everyone else claps just to fit in. You're not laughing at jokes that weren't funny just to stay included. You're not chasing seats at tables that don't even serve what you're hungry for.
Person who hated me the most wanted to be around me the most. Make it make sense. You would think that people who don't like you will try to stay away from you, right? Yeah, you would be wrong. Some people who hate your guts, who despise you, cannot stand you, they actually prefer being next to you, being your friend. And they want to stay close to you so that they can learn everything about you, absorb you, and suck you dry and then leave you behind, destroy you. I had a friend who hated my guts. Like, towards the end, I started catching her staring at me with dirty looks, like this. She would try to put me down in front of the group, trying to embarrass me. She would always give me backhanded compliments. She would not support me at all, not on social media, not in real life, right? But then, this whole time, she offered to move in with me 5 times, literally. She would tell me every month, hey, I think we should be roommates. It would be so awesome if we are roommates, you know? And she would call me every day. She would text me every day. She would try to hang out with me every week. Make it make sense. When I caught on to her fakeness and that she didn't like me, she despised me, I started not picking up the phone calls, tried to hang out less, etc., and she wouldn't get the message. She was literally almost obsessed. Even after a year, she would still text me every month and trying to reach out and trying to hang out. And I'm like, wow, you know? Anyway, what I realized is that when someone doesn't like you, hates your guts, wants to destroy you, they want to be next to you. They want to be close to you. They want to be next to you as long as it takes until you become nobody, nothing, until they destroy you. And then they will move on peacefully.
Hey, man. I don't know who need to hear this, but they hate your ability to really be alone. They hate that you really don't need nobody. If it really come down to it, bro, you really can stand on business and you don't need nobody. That's why they mad. That's why you got these people looking at you like, how the fuck, why they ain't trying to click up with us? Why they don't want to hang with us? Why they just, you know, want to be on, you know, because you different. You on a whole different level from these people, bro. And they just really still trying to figure it out. You feel me? You been past them. They really got to catch up. You feel me? They playing catch up. Mustard, for real. Because you ahead of the game, man. They hate that ability. They hate your ability to be alone. You really can be alone, stand on business. So I don't know who I'm talking to right now. I don't know who on the other side of this camera, but keep standing on business and keep shining, man, because you really one of them ones, and they know that.
They do not like when you stay to yourself because certain people is so entitled. They're so much in the ego that they think that you gotta talk to them. They think that they need you to give them your energy. Like, nah, these certain people aren't comfortable with themselves. They do not know themselves. They can't be comfortable in silence. So when they see someone that's comfortable with themselves, with being by themselves, it irritates them. It bothers them because they think that you better than them, but whole time, you're not even like that whole time. You down to earth, you cool, you humble, you laid back, you friendly, but these certain people is so low vibrational that they got this mindset that if he not talkative, if he not just be out here just being like a social butterfly, then who he think he is, or he arrogant, or he cocky. Like, no, that ain't the case at all. Why do you care so much about what I'm doing? Why do you care if I'm not talking? Why do you care if I'm by myself? It's because you irritate their demons. This is spiritual warfare. At the end of the day, they need other people's energies to feel good about themselves. You got to understand that this is deeper than the surface. They can't be by themselves. They don't love themselves, so they're gonna be focusing on other people. And just be like, when you silence, when you just in peace, when you just come on your own skin, that energy speaks louder than words. That energy is so potent that it puts you on the spotlight. You like a light in a room full of darkness.
And that makes people uncomfortable because your independence exposes their attachment. Your silence exposes their noise. Your peace exposes their chaos. And here's the funny part. The same people who say, "Why are you always alone?" are the same ones who can't sit in a quiet room for 5 minutes without grabbing their phone, texting somebody they don't even like, or jumping into a relationship they're not ready for. But you're the weird one? Okay, let's flip it. Why is it normal?
I have an on-time message for the chosen women of God. Because this topic do not get talked about at all. A chosen woman who walks alone gets the most hatred, jealousy, and envy that I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And the cold part about it is all coming from other women. And I wonder why the chosen women are the most blessed and highly favored by God. It's simply because of your anointing, queens, that is of your life. You have the anointing that destroys yokes. I'm talking to chosen women who really fears God. I'm talking to a chosen woman right now who really obey God, man, and who really keep his commandments. Chosen women go through hatred, envy, and jealousy from other women. The majority of the time is for no reason at all. And it's bad enough that women, they get the most attention known to man, whether it's good attention or bad attention. You see a beautiful woman walking down the street, majority of the time, all eyes is going to be on her. That's how powerful God's creation really is. So could you imagine the hatred, the envy, and the jealousy spirits that be lushed at these women from other women? And now it's starting to come from other men now. Now we got the men in secret competition with the women. Oh, you'd be surprised. And this is why a chosen woman who walks alone, I'm telling you, man, she has to be praised. A chosen woman who walks alone and who fears the Most High God and who prays every single day and night. She has to be honored and respected, man. And the only reason why she gets the most hatred, envy, and jealousy from other women is because them other women is not like her. This is why all this hatred and jealousy and envy is coming at this chosen woman of God. I don't know what this message is for. When you are a chosen woman of God and you really fear God, God give you a pleasant spirit, man. Listen to me, man. This chosen woman who walks alone is far more precious than fine rubies. This woman of God carries a gentle and kind spirit with her everywhere she goes, because guess what? She fears God. She cries out to God every single day. She don't hate on other women. She ain't jealous of other women. She don't want to be like no other woman, because she is confident in her own skin. Listen to me. One thing I love about a chosen woman who walks alone, and this is from my experience from being raised from other women, being in a relationship with women, a chosen woman who walks alone, listen to me, man. They give compliments. They don't hate on other women. They give credit when credit is due. Hey girl, I like your nails. I love the way your hair is. You are very beautiful. God bless you. They're really kind-hearted. They have a genuine spirit. These be the most loving women you ever meet in your life. I'm talking about a woman that really fears God. The woman will give you the world. The woman will give you unconditional love if she really fears God. All women is not the same. All women carry different spirits. And this is from my experience. Listen to me. Want me to tell you, growing up as a child, I done heard so many arguments with women, because I was raised by nothing but women, majority of women. I done seen so many fights with women, the pulling of the hair and everything else. And this topic do not get talked about enough. Because chosen women who walks alone, they get the most hatred, envy, and jealousy that comes from other women, and it comes from other men. I'm talking about chosen women who walks alone. I promise you, man. They get plotted and planned on. Because guess what? They are beautifully and wonderfully and fearfully made in the likeness and image of God. They are not like other women out here. Listen to me. When you are a chosen woman of God, you don't do the other things that women are doing out here. When you're a chosen woman of God and you walking alone, you don't fiend for attention like these other women are doing out here. It's a difference, man. When you're a chosen woman of God and you really fear God and you walk alone, your spirit is different from any other woman's spirit out here. Trust me. And this is why she's the most hated. This is why jealousy come at her the most. Envy come at her the most, simply because of her Holy Spirit on the inside of her. Because I've seen beautiful women all day, every day. But not all these beautiful women that I'm seeing, they don't have a good, genuine spirit. I can tell. You can tell a woman is, amen, by her body language as well, and by the words that come out of her mouth, by the way she dress, by the way she treat other people. You can tell a lot by a woman by the way she treats the less fortunate, man.
Narcissistic people be so mad when you don't care about being alone. When you don't care about just being by yourself. They be so mad. Like, you ever come into an environment and you can already tell that people are acting weird. People just seem like they hating. They acting funny already. So you just pull back and you like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You don't talk to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You still probably could even be polite, respectful, say, good morning, whatever, hello. But you even see that even with that, it's funny style. Like, they'll act like they don't see you and shit. So you do the same thing. You don't say nothing to them either. And you're okay with that. You don't gotta talk to me. I don't gotta talk to you. I'm okay. I don't got a problem with being alone. But the thing about it is, like, why do they feel like because you don't have a problem with being alone, they all gotta come around you and act like they some happy community or happy family, and you're just the one that they don't talk to? Like, don't nobody care? Like, why do y'all be going so hard to make it known, like, we don't fuck with you? Like, nobody cares. Like, I wish y'all knew just how much we do not give a fuck. We actually look at y'all as sad when y'all do shit like that. We be like, damn, y'all really mad. Y'all mad because I don't want to talk to y'all because y'all probably didn't want to talk to me. Like, I respect myself anyway. I don't need to be friends with nobody who acted funny. I'll stay to myself. But then y'all want to recruit other people to act like y'all got a problem with me because I like being by myself. I will never understand how come they be hating so bad that you know how to be alone and be okay being alone. You know what I'm saying? It does take a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? Because you probably got isolated a lot of times in life, but you learn to enjoy your own company so it's not bothering you. You know what I'm saying? You just really want to go to work, get your money, go home. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's school, go to school, do your work, go home. Like, you don't really give a fuck if they don't talk to you, because what does this have to do with me getting shit done? Like, nothing. But y'all want to make it into a problem so that motherfuckers can't get what they gotta get. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's still lame. Like, y'all act like this the last opportunity because y'all don't fuck with somebody, because y'all want to let somebody go. Just do it. Like, it don't even have to be this long outdrawn game. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Just do it.
Normal to need constant distraction, but strange to be at peace. Why is it normal to jump from person to person, but weird to choose yourself? Nobody questions the person who can't be alone, but everybody questions the one who can. That tells you everything. And let's be real for a second. Some people don't just dislike your solitude, they're offended by it because they feel entitled to your energy. They think, why don't they talk to me? Why don't they hang out with us? Why don't they need us? And the answer is simple. Because you built something they haven't yet. A life that doesn't collapse when nobody's around. That's power. That's discipline. That's self-respect. And yeah, it comes with a price. People will misunderstand you. They'll project onto you. Some will even try to pull you out of your peace just to feel better about their chaos. Don't fall for it. Because being alone isn't lonely. Being around the wrong people is. Read that again. You can be in a room full of people and feel invisible, or you can be by yourself and can feel completely at home. So if you're the type who can stand on your own, who doesn't need a crowd to feel complete, who can walk into a room, feel the energy, and still choose yourself, understand this. You're not behind. You're not missing out. You're not too much or too distant. You're just not available for anything that costs your peace. And that will always bother people who haven't found theirs yet. So let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them misunderstand. While they're trying to figure you out, you'll be over there, calm, grounded, unbothered, probably laughing at your own joke again. And honestly, that sounds like a pretty good time.